don't think you can be a bust and play in the league for a while. You can't play in the league for like 8 to 10 years and be a bust. At that point, you're a disappointment. If you're drafted high and 2 years later you're playing, for the Saskatchewan Blue Chips or
you're
something,
playing in China,
then okay, that was a bust.
Yeah.
But if your team's investing a 1 or 2 pick, you have to carry that franchise on your back. If you're not even on that team in 2 years,
but let's say
you're setting them back years.
Let's say you're number 2 pick overall and you play 12 years.
Right, but that team that invested a number 2 pick, if you're gone in a year, then you're not helping them at all. You're hurting the franchise tremendously.
Well, you can be a bust for a team, but not an overall bust.
Right, that's a good point.
Okay, Marvin Williams out of North Carolina, number 2 overall pick, right?
Yes.
And the fact that he's still in the league, and
unbelievable.
I didn't even know that.
He's getting paid more than like 3/4 of the NFL quarterbacks.
Marvin Williams. Yes, Paulie.
Marv Williams was not that bad. At age 21, he was averaging 15 and 6. He looked promising. Like, all right, he's got a ways to go, but he was not awful. And then he just simmered at a nice 10 and 5 pace.
At what point can you not be a bust? Like at what pick?
Like 9, 11. That like you mean?
Well,
what
no,
number?
you got to have a number here,
right?
Because if you're a top 5 pick, it doesn't even. It feel like you could be a top 5 pick and not be labeled a bust if it doesn't work out. It feels like it's 1 or 2 is bustable.
Well, like, remember we were saying we love Ben McLemore. Sacramento took it 7. Is that a bust because he didn't work out? Or
I'm going to say
out
disappointment.
Yet? Okay.
Is Andrew Wiggins?
He's got big numbers.
I don't think he loves basketball. I don't. And they would. That's a horrible deal. That's right up there with Chris Paul. And I thought Wiggins was going to be a great player. I just don't know if he loves it. And plus, you give these guys this money early, and like, what's the incentive? Who wants to be great? Yeah, Paul.
At age 21, Anthony Wiggins was averaging 24 points per game. I mean, that's right on pace for great career, and it just kind of cooled, just stalled.
He's still 23 or 20. He's 23, I think.
Is it Andrew or Anthony Wiggins?
Both of them are Andrew.
What is it, McLevin?
It's Andrew.
Yeah,
Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins Jr. III.
He's really...
And his twin brother, Anthony
now.
Wiggins, is a bust, too, apparently.
Mitchell Wiggins?
Mitchell Wiggins. That's his son, isn't it?
Oh, is Andrew Wiggins Mitchell Wiggins' son? I never even put that together. He must be.
I don't know. I just thought of it. For some reason, in the deep recesses of my mind. Maybe you could Google that. Mitchell Wiggins, Andrew Wiggins. Unless it's Anthony Wiggins, that's Mitchell Wiggins' son. Yeah, Paul.
I was thinking you said Zion Williamson expectations are so high for his rookie year. He hasn't, I don't think he's turned 19 yet. I think he's about to. But like when Kevin Garnett was 19, he averaged 10 and 6.
But Zion doesn't get that luxury. No.
Even if you go to his second year in the NBA, Kevin Garnett at age 20 averaged 17 and 8. And he ended up being an MVP candidate some way. So those first couple of years weren't so bad.
Yes, McLevin.
Another question, is a bust also defined by who was taken after you? So the Sam Bowie question, would Sam Bowie be less of a bust if Michael Jordan didn't go after him?
I guess it would help a little bit, but still he was taken so high. But those were injuries to Sam Bowie.
Right, but he's always defined by the fact that Jordan, like, I think we were talking about some player, Olowokandi or somebody went number 1, and all these great players went right behind him.
But I don't look at Sam Bowie. He was injury prone like Greg Oden. Because you
talented player.
Yeah, if you were healthy and didn't play well, then I think you could be labeled a bust. There's a guy who is rarely mentioned. His name is LaRue Martin. And I believe in 1972 out of Loyola, Chicago, he went number 1 overall and didn't amount to much. I don't know when we started labeling bust, because when Lou Alcindor went number 1 to Milwaukee and Phoenix lost the coin toss and they took Neil Walk at number 2, Neil Walk, I guess, would be considered a bust. And by comparison, your number 2 pick to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah, Paul.
Neil Walk poured in 20 points a game at age 24 for Phoenix.
Yeah. Can you be a bust if you score 20 in a season? Like, this definition is really fluid here. Yes, McLevin.
Yeah, like you guys gave Beasley, he scored 19 points a game on a team that didn't draft him that won 18 games. So that, like, if you have to win too, right? Well,
Michael Beasley is just a kind of, I guess, a disappointment. Not a bust. He's just disappointing.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.